So Tenet 4 says that every brain will grow in the right condition, otherwise known as watering for deep roots. As educators, it is our duty and our passion to realize, recognize, and foster learning in that every child can learn. They may learn differently, they may learn at different speeds, but every child can learn. As a leader, we must believe with passion that every human, every brain, every employee of ours can grow as well. Brains have an unlimited capacity for growth if neural pathways are built up. The brain consists of roughly 100 billion cells called neurons. Neurons process info through electrical impulses and release neurotransmitters across gaps known as synapses. These networks bind and strengthen into the neural pathways, and well-worn, these pathways act with automaticity. We must invest time in meaningful professional learning. So what does that look like? In order for the brain to be good at something, it needs to focus. Too many initiatives can be too much. We must narrow and specialize. This requires a commitment to equity and uninterrupted bias. As leaders, we need to have a central focus with an inquiry question. It can be a year-long or a semester-long in nature, but we have to make that the focus and structure our professional development around it. We also have to support our teachers to create their own inquiry questions. Learning must be teacher-driven, and it must be equitable. Just as we work to ensure that all children get what they need to be successful, we must do the same for our teachers. Learning must be coupled with time and reflection for practice. We stress to our teachers that although they have these teaks and they have the pace at which they need to teach, it's imperative that our kids have time to think about their learning and to practice their learning. Same goes for teachers. Also, as leaders, we have to refine our ability to ask reflective questions. And we have to model a climate that's safe to grow in, to learn in, and to make mistakes in. This is the same as we encourage our teachers to do with our children. In looking for a text-to-self connection, I didn't have to look very far. When I applied Tenet 4 to my personal experiences, I'm reminded of what my district is faced with this year. As a small district, we've never had a lot in the way of formal curriculum, and that's always been a complaint of teachers. But this year, our superintendent has chosen to go full force and adopt these K-8 aligned complex curriculums in reading language arts, in math, and in science. So we don't have one particular initiative this year. We've got these 3 huge initiatives. So there really is no time to focus. And we've had lots of professional development, but it hasn't been as meaningful as it could be because there hasn't been time for reflection or practice. And we're finding that this is stressing teachers out because they're not being able to learn and deliver as they wish.